my name's McKinley, and in this video, we're going to talk about my 3 favorite reads of the week and my favorite cover of the week for the week of September 29th, 2021. But before I can tell you my 3 favorite reads of the week and my favorite book of the week, or my favorite cover of the week, rather, let me show you the haul. After last week's gargantuan, epic-sized haul, this is a super small haul in comparison, and a small haul in general, but it was an expensive haul, and I'll show you why. Before I show you the new books that I got this week, let me show you the 2 back issues I picked up. I got 2 back issues this week, the first being Cinnamon number 2. I actually I picked this up from mycomicshop.com, but I had also ordered it from my LCS, and when they had it, there was no way I was going to say, oh no, I've already got it. So I didn't mind picking up a second issue of this comic because it is so darn good. That does mean I'm going to have to get a second copy of number 1, because that way I have a full set again. I also picked up Birdland by Gilbert Hernandez, the other half of Love and Rockets. So I don't know too much about this. I do know it is an erotic comic. It's on Eros, which is Fantagraphics' like adult division, I suppose. You probably know more about it than I do. I'm still learning, but I do know that I like Love and Rockets, and I've actually had my portrait done by Jaime Hernandez. Me and my friend Martha, well, she was my girlfriend at the time, but now she's my best friend. But the 2 of us went to this it was a Latino comic expo, and it was a bunch of people who were college students who might have done comic strips, but nothing really professional. But Jaime Hernandez was there, and so me and my friend Martha, we got our portrait done by him. So I've been drawn by Jaime Hernandez, and I picked up this one by Gilbert Hernandez, his brother and his co-conspirator in Love and Rockets. So those are the 2 back issues I got. Cinnamon and Birdland, B and C. Now let me show you what I got new this week. This week, I got 2 from the big 2, and they're both on DC. I picked up the new issue of Harley Quinn. I always say I'm not into Harley Quinn, but I like this story a lot. It's fun. And I do like the artwork a lot too. It's different and not really like the type of artwork that you would think I would like, or that I would think I would like, but I'm enjoying it. I also picked up the new issue of Detective Comics. That rounds out my top 2, or the big 2 haul. Now let's move on to the indies. So here's the indie haul, and we'll start with Image. I got the new issue of Crossover. I was almost over that series, but that issue really got me back into it. The new issue of Department of Truth, and I picked up the Maria Lovett variant cover. Also got the new issue of Spawn, of course, and as always, I picked up the Todd McFarlane cover. That's it for Image. Now let's move on to the real indies. I picked up the new issue of Cinnamon. So this just came out this week. I know I just showed you issue number 2. Issue 3 just came out, and this is on Behemoth. Now moving on to the last 2 are on Boom. I got the new issue of Something is Killing the Children, and I also picked up the new issue of Berserker. So that was the haul. But I also got one more thing, and this is new in the shops today as well. This is Jim Sturranko's Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Artisan Edition. This collects Strange Tales numbers 151 through 162. Yes, 151 through 162. And these are the literal page layouts. So it's all black and white, and you can see the corrections on the sides of the borders and stuff like that. If you want to see pages from there, leave a comment below, and maybe if I get enough comments, I'll post some pages next week. But now let's move on to my 3 favorite reads of the week and my favorite cover of the week. I really loved this cover of Cinnamon, but I had to give it up to Lee Bermejo for this beautiful cover for Detective Comics. I mean, that is just super badass, I thought. And I was lucky. I had originally asked for the A cover, but my LCS set aside the B cover for me. And I am grateful that they did. So that's my cover of the week for the week of September 29th, 2021. Now, let's talk about my 3 favorite reads of the week. There were a lot of enjoyable books this week. I really enjoyed the new issue of Spawn, but as much as I enjoyed it, there was still something that I liked even better that came in at number 3 for me this week, and that was the new issue of Detective Comics. I love the artwork, I like the story, and what really does it for me is the B story, which is the lead up to Task Force Z, which is a 12-issue series coming up starting in October. So that's going to be a year long. I'm assuming. I hope they don't do it bi-weekly or whatever. Now let's move on to my second favorite read of the week, and that is, without a doubt, the 3rd and final issue of Cinnamon. This is a fantastic 3-issue series, and this issue just came out today. I super highly recommend it. It is about a cat, and it is sometimes told from the perspective of the cat, who lives in a cat universe, so much different than our world. I love this story. It's so cool. I love the artwork, and the Victoria Douglas has come up with a cute little play with Gaussian blurs to make every page seem like it's printed on vellum. It's a mind effort. Like, oh my golly, it's a beautiful book to read, and I hope this does come out in a trade so I can send it to my sister. So what was my favorite book of the week? Because really it should have been Cinnamon, but my favorite book of the week is The Tiny Onions, Something is Killing the Children, number 20. And you know I love Something is Killing the Children. This book did not disappoint, and I think there have been some times where Something is Killing the Children comes out, but because the issue is so short, it doesn't make my top 3 of favorite reads because it's not that enjoyable, because you get left hanging. So this issue did not leave me hanging. It was a great story. I guess it's the end of the Erica Slaughter origin story. And it also had a B story. And you know I love B stories, but this B story introduces us to Enter the House of Slaughter, which is the new series that the Tiny Onion is doing that is coming out in October. So this had 5 pages of content from that book, Enter the House of Slaughter, as the B story. And that's what made it my favorite read of the week, because even though the Something is Killing the Children part was still on the short side, it had the B story to back it up. And honestly, this was a great issue. Just the Something is Killing the Children. I would have probably been satisfied if it had just been that. But the B story just takes it to the top and made it my favorite read of the week. What was your favorite read of the week? Let me know in the comments below, and also tell me what cover you liked the best this week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, comment below if you want to see pages from that Sturranko book, the Artisan's edition. Like I said before, thank you for watching. Peace, love, Bunny, and Bear. And it was a big book for weeks.